Welcome to ABC Interactive English. Hello, everyone. I am Mike.
And my name is Sydney. And today we are going to be diving into a fun topic, not so fun topic. I know you don't seem very enthusiastic about it.
Who is?
I know.
Are you?
Not
if
really.
you are, you can come over and I will make it the best day for you because it's about housework.
Housework.
I mean,
the
do people...
art of doing housework.
The art of doing housework.
I know.
Interesting.
Is there an art to it?
I guess you could brush with a, use a paintbrush and dust and paint and dust
playfully.
and paint.
You can wash rhythmically. You can mop.
You can actually, that's a good point. You can kind of dance around your apartment with the vacuum cleaner a little bit, or maybe not dance, but music helps it go. But housework is really not fun, right? It's something we all have to do, most of us. And it is also something that a lot of us are not super excited about.
Definitely not.
What is the thing you like to do the least? What is your most hated housework chore to do?
Okay. My most hated housework chore by far has to be cleaning the bathroom.
Ooh, I think...
Specifically the toilet.
That's a good one.
I hate cleaning the toilet.
That's a good one. It's big, right? You have to clean basically everywhere.
Everywhere. The shower, the floor, the mirror, the sink,
all
the
the
toilet,
walls.
all the walls, each and every floor, every crevice. It's too much.
The toilet, and the toilets are actually, there's many places to clean once you start doing it, and it's also, it's the toilet.
It's yucky. It's the grossest part.
I would also say maybe the laundry, doing the laundry, cleaning your clothes, just because it takes a long time. Washing dishes is okay.
That's okay.
Because
it's almost therapeutic in a way.
And you don't have to do it for too long, but sometimes with a week of laundry, all that hanging and folding and drying and then you iron. Oh my gosh. So that's why we're going to be talking about housework, the good, the bad, the ugly, and robots, which could make everything much better. Let's find out with our first dialogue. Alice and Brady go over their chores.
Doing the dishes dries out my hands. Can I switch chores with you?
You can if it's taking out the trash.
No, thanks. Cleaning the toilet is bad enough. Also, I would need another pair of rubber gloves.
All right, so yes, our title for all 3 days of our dialogue is The Art of Doing Housework. And we were kind of joking about painting and cleaning, but actually when we say the art of something, we're really not talking about this as an art. We're just kind of talking about some of the tips, some of the ways to make it better or easier or more fun, right? The art of traveling might tell you how to pack your bag and get to the airport early and be prepared for things. So, we're just going to help you guys with some good advice about cleaning. And to begin, we have this dialogue and it says, Alice and Brady go over their chores. Now that's a word we might use a little bit. A chore is kind of a normal little job that you have to do in your daily life to keep your life organized. Things like cleaning your house, brushing your teeth, maybe outside the house, going to the supermarket and buying those things you use all the time, going to the store to pay your bills or whatever. These kinds of daily chores, little jobs you do just to keep life organized. So let's get into our dialogue all about how to make chores at home not so bad.
All right, let's do it. So Alice begins and she says, doing the dishes dries out my hands. Ooh. Can I switch chores with you?
Interesting.
Okay, so doing the dishes, meaning washing the dishes and, probably drying them as well. She's saying that it dries out her hands.
Okay.
So that typically happens when you're working a lot in water, right? If you don't have anything to protect your skin or to protect your hands, typically it can dry out your skin or dry out your hands, meaning it just makes your skin feel really dry. That's all.
Exactly. The soaps, I think the chemical in the soap. I notice this when I cook a lot in one day and I'm washing many pans and pots and plates and things like that. That's why people wear gloves and stuff. And actually we have that term, dishpan hands.
Oh,
meaning
really?
hands that have kind of been hurt by all the soap and the water and doing this job all the time.
Yeah, and she's asking Brady, hey, can I switch chores with you? So our vocabulary word here is the word switch, and that's a verb. So to switch just means to change or swap one thing for another, or kind of like an exchange, like, hey, maybe you take the dishes and I take the bathroom.
Okay.
I take the laundry, you take cleaning the windows. We're going to switch, change, or swap.
Generally from one person to another. You might also say, can I switch seats with you on the train? I want to look out the window. You want to sleep. Let's trade. Let's switch. All right, so let's switch over to Tina. She is here to teach us all some good stuff, and then we'll be back to find out more about daily chores.
Hello, I'm Tina. 今天的对话是 Alice 和 Brady 在讨论家务的分配。Alice 说洗碗会让她的手很干，所以问 Brady 可不可以和她交换。动词 switch 就表示交换。We switched seats to get a better view. 我们交换座位来获得更好的视野。文法的部分提到了 dry out 使干燥，这是一个可以分的片语动词。Dry 在这里是动词用法。举例来说 ，We need to dry out the wet shoes before wearing them. 我们要先把湿掉的鞋子弄干才能穿。接着我们回到对话当中。
Okay, we are back and we're with Alice and Brady in our dialogue. Alice was just saying, I don't like washing the dishes. It makes my hands feel uncomfortable. You know, they get all red and sore and things like that. She wanted to switch jobs with her friend Brady. So what does Brady think of this? Maybe he can wash the dishes and Alice can do his job. What is his job? He says, you can switch. You can if it's taking out the trash. So if Alice really doesn't like washing the dishes because it hurts her hands, Brady really doesn't like taking out the trash, probably because it hurts his nose.
Probably.
It smells so bad. Plus, the other thing, of course, in Taiwan is you have to take out the trash at a certain time.
Yes.
Often in the evening, right? You go down, and then you got to do that. So he's like, hey, if you want to do that job, take out the trash, then sure, I will wash the dishes.
Yeah.
What does Alice think?
All right, Alice says, no thanks. Absolutely no thanks. Cleaning the toilet is bad enough. Also, I would need another pair of rubber gloves. Okay. So Alice, she's like, you know what? No, I don't want to take out the trash. We're not actually going to switch after all.
Oh, okay. So this is switching for something I really, really don't want instead of what I have, which I just don't want. And yeah, she said she would need another pair of rubber gloves because washing the dishes, people often wear these rubber gloves, maybe cleaning the toilet, maybe even taking out the garbage because rubber gloves, of course, will protect your hands. That's what gloves do. Rubber is the material that we often use to make these things because we're touching water and rubber is waterproof. You can put your hands in the water wearing your rubber gloves and your hands, the skin, won't get wet. We also use rubber for things that bounce. Balls can be made of rubber. Back in the old days, car tires were made of rubber. It's very strong. It lasts a long time. It's a little bit bouncy and it's also waterproof. So it's a very useful thing to make gloves out of.
Now, glove is, like you said, just something you put on or over your hands for protection. So whether you're washing dishes or if it's really cold outside, sometimes in the wintertime, you really want to protect your hands and your fingertips from being too cold.
But not rubber gloves.
Not rubber gloves, right. For washing dishes, we would wear rubber gloves. And then for the wintertime when it's too cold, we would wear gloves that are typically made of thick cloth, maybe wool, something warm to protect our hands. Leather, something like that.
All right. And of course, we also would wear baseball gloves and other special gloves for sports and other things like that. So there you go. She'd have way too many rubber gloves and she'd have all the stinky chocho from the garbage. So no, she's not going to trade or switch jobs. Too bad for Brady. Let's go over to Tina.
Brady 要做的家事是倒垃圾，所以 Alice 不想交换。她觉得清理马桶就够糟糕了，而且她需要再准备一双橡胶手套。我们来看看单字 rubber 名词橡胶。The ball is made of rubber. 这颗球是用橡胶做的。Glove 名词手套。Sherry wore a pair of gloves to keep her hands warm. Sherry 戴了一副手套来保暖她的双手。文法的部分提到 a pair of 就表示一双的、一副的。pair 要接成对的东西，像是 slippers 拖鞋、earrings 耳环、chopsticks 筷子等等。举例来说 I bought a new pair of shoes for the trip. 我为这次旅行买了一双新鞋。接着我们回到对话当中。
Okay, guys, that's all the time we have for our dialogue up to now. Let's go to the second part. We'll find out how they arrange things, and maybe Brady can convince her to take out the garbage. Let's find out.
Can I make a trade with you?
What do you have in mind?
You do the laundry and fold the clothes for me, and I'll clean the windows and dust the furniture for you.
Okay, I'll take that trade.
Great! The dryer is broken, so you'll have to hang the clothes too.
Okay, we are back. So Alice and Brady, who live together and also do the chores, do the little jobs like cleaning around the house, are kind of talking about the things they don't like, right?
Yeah.
And Alice was not a fan of
washing dishes.
That's right. They hurt her hands. So she wanted to switch jobs with Brady. Brady was like, hey, do you want to take out the garbage and I'll wash the dishes? And Alice said, no, I don't want to do that. So I guess they're stuck with their jobs. But back in our dialogue, Brady has his own idea of things that they can switch. So he says, can I make a trade with you? Okay, a trade is like when you switch something. Generally, we use switch as a verb, like I will switch positions or switch seats with you, but that's basically a trade. I have something that you want, you have something that I want. I give my thing to you, you give your thing to me. It's like selling or doing business, but you're not really paying for things. You're just giving one thing and getting another thing back. When you think of Christmas presents, that's kind of a trade, right?
Example.
I'll buy something for you, you buy something for me. But in business or when we're talking about people, organizing things, they're just going from A to B and B back to A. So, can I trade with you? And he could also, of course, use this as a noun as he does. Can I make a trade or trade with you? Can we switch?
All right. Now, Alice says, what do you have in mind? What do you have in mind? Meaning, what's your idea? What are you thinking? What kind of trade would you like to
Yes,
make?
exactly. If you have something really great, like a big fresh hamburger, and I have an old half-eaten hot dog, that's not a very good trade for you.
Trade, not a fair trade.
When someone offers a trade, you have to find out, well, what do you want to trade? Is it something I want? And so Brady says, you do the laundry and fold the clothes for me, and I'll clean the windows and dust the furniture for you. So kind of trading jobs, one job being the person who does most of the clothes, washing the clothes, the other person who does most of the cleaning in the apartment, the windows and the furniture. How does that sound?
Let's see. I don't know. Do you think that's a fair trade?
I would have to see how big the windows are.
Yeah, because what if they're just these really huge windows and you have to get a mop and go up and get a ladder? I don't know if that's really a fair trade.
Right, but you don't always clean the windows every week.
That's true.
Right? Whereas the laundry, you have to do it a lot more. So yeah, we would need more information, and we'll hopefully get it after we check in with our good friend Tina.
Brady 想跟 Alice 做个交易，如果 Alice 帮他洗衣服和折衣服， Brady 就会帮 Alice 擦窗户和打扫家具上的灰尘。 我们来看单字 trade 名词交换交易。The kids made a trade of their baseball cards. 孩子们交换了他们的棒球卡。文法的部分提到了 have 加名词 in mind， 想好考虑什么。Mind 是想法的意思。举例来说 Kevin has a nice gift in mind for his girlfriend. Kevin 已经想好要送女朋友一份不错的礼物。接着我们回到对话当中。
So Brady had an idea that if his friend Alice can do the laundry, which was his job, he will clean the windows and dust the furniture, which was normally her job. So does she want to switch? Does she want to make this trade?
Let's see. So Alice says, okay, I'll take that trade.
I'll take it.
All right, I'll
She
take
agrees.
it. She's up for it. She's like, yep, we can make that trade. I agree.
So now she is the laundry lady and he is the cleaning and dusting guy. And he says, great. So that's good news for him. And then, I see, he delivers the bad news, this little bit of information that he didn't tell Alice before she said yes to this trade. He says, this is very tricky. The dryer is broken, so you'll have to hang the clothes too. So he basically said, hey, that job that I said that you would do, that you said you would do for me, it's much harder than I told you it was. That's tricky.
That's
not
tricky.
honest.
That's very tricky and sneaky on Brady's part, I think. Poor Alice. Now she's signed up for a deal or trade that may not really be so fair after all.
It's going to be a lot harder than she thought it would be because the dryer is broken.
Yeah.
And that will make the whole job take a lot longer.
Right. Now, the dryer, right, that's a noun. And so a dryer is just a machine or household appliance that we use to dry our clothes. So I don't know how common it is to find dryers here in houses in Taiwan. Do you have a dryer?
We do. We have a bit of extra space, but we don't use it very often.
Yeah, I was going to say, growing up in the U.S., you know, when we would do laundry, we would always wash our clothes in the washing machine and then directly transfer them to the dryer to quickly dry our clothes.
Right.
A dryer is a pretty good machine or household appliance because it's faster. You can dry your clothes a lot faster and more efficiently than kind of hanging them outside to dry.
True, and sometimes they feel softer and fluffy.
Yeah, they feel softer, they're fluffy.
Nice.
You can throw in some dryer sheets that smell really good to make your clothes smell good.
Right.
But the point is a dryer is there to make the process of laundry easier.
That's
and
right.
without it, it's going to take a lot longer to
Well, in Taiwan, people hang their clothes to dry, so that might take a day or two, whereas with a dryer, it might take an hour or so. But the other thing is, dryers use a lot of electricity.
They do. Yeah,
so they're
they
maybe
do.
not so good for the... That's why we don't use ours very much. But there you go. So she doesn't have the dryer. She will have to hang all those clothes and that's going to take a lot longer and be a lot harder. Oh boy. Well, let's go over to Tina, see what she says about all this, and then we'll be back.
Alice 接受了 Brady 的提议，要去洗衣服和折衣服。Brady 很开心，还说烘衣机坏了，所以 Alice 还需要晾衣服。我们来看看单字哦 ，dryer 名词，烘衣机。Mom put the wet towels in the dryer. 妈妈把湿毛巾放进烘衣机。接着我们回到对话当中。
Okay, guys, that's our dialogue for today. So we had Alice and Brady. Alice was not a fan of that dishwashing she had to do. It hurt her hands. She wanted to trade with Brady, but he was taking out the garbage.
Yeah.
Alice didn't like that idea.
She did not want to do that. And then Brady then proposed another idea where maybe she take the laundry and then he can kind of do some of the
cleaning the windows, dusting the furniture.
Right? Yeah.
She kind of thought that's not bad because dusting, you got to get up on a ladder maybe, dust up in the corners. It takes a long time. And so she agreed, but then Brady told her, oh, by the way, that dryer that makes laundry so easy, it's broken. You can't use it anymore. So you have to do more work. That was pretty tricky of him.
Yeah, poor Alice.
I think she has a good reason to say, wait a minute. No, I'm not going to agree to that trade because you kind of were tricky and lied a little about the facts there. But Good try, Brady. Well done. All right, guys, we have another dialogue coming up for you tomorrow. So get out there, vacuum something, and we'll see you back here soon. Bye. Alice and Brady go over their chores.
Doing the dishes dries out my hands. Can I switch chores with you?
You can if it's taking out the trash.
No, thanks. Cleaning the toilet is bad enough. Also, I would need another pair of rubber gloves.
Can I make a trade with you?
What do you have in mind?
You do the laundry and fold the clothes for me, and I'll clean the windows and dust the furniture for you.
Okay, I'll take that trade.
Great! The dryer is broken, so you'll have to hang the clothes too.
最后，我们来复习重点单字跟文法。单字的部分 ，switch 动词交换 ，rubber 名词橡胶 ，glove 名词手套 ，trade 名词交换交易 ，dryer 名词烘衣机。文法的部分，我们学到了 dry out 使干燥。We used a fan to dry out our wet T-shirts。我们用电风扇把湿 T 恤吹干。A pair of 一双的一副的 This is my favorite pair of socks 这是我最喜欢的一双袜子 Have 加名词 in mind 想好考虑 Neil has a special surprise in mind for Ray's birthday Neil 为 Ray 的生日想好了一个特别惊喜以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法那我们下一课再见咯拜拜
Wow, looks like you're just drowning in books here.
I thought I understood the ocean, but the more I read, the more I realize I've barely scratched the surface.
Scratch the surface? What have you been scratching the surface of the books?
No, it just means that I've only covered the very basics. There's so much more I don't know.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, actually, humans barely know anything about the oceans at all, so I bet these books here are barely scratching the surface of all there is to know.
Yeah, I guess so. It just feels like no matter how much I learn, there's just so much more left to discover.
Hello there, guys and gals. Today's phrase is scratch the surface.
That's right. It means only getting a superficial or basic understanding of something.
Think of it like lightly scratching the ground. You're only touching the top layer, not getting to what's underneath.
This phrase is used for complicated topics or problems to suggest that we've only just begun to explore them.
Here's an example sentence. We've only scratched the surface of this issue in today's meeting.
Or in the first chapter of the book, the author just scratches the surface of the topic.
So next time you feel like you're only getting a small glimpse of something, you can say you're only scratching the surface.
That's right. And that is all for today.
We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.